welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another grocery haul, meal prep, batch cook, whatever with me. You guys seem to really enjoy the last one that I did, so thought I would bring it back with another one. I've got some different meal ideas, some of the same that you'll see, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff. This is probably gonna be one of the last large grocery hauls before we move. We move to Chicago in about, I think like less than 20 days. So I am gonna go do some more mini grocery trips, but they're not gonna be as large and in charge as this guy. So I'm gonna go through everything that I got for you. I'm gonna tell you like what meal ideas that I have, and then I'm also going to prep out some meals and snacks with you guys towards the end of the video. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's start with protein like always. I haven't picked up salmon from Trader Joe's in a hot minute, mostly because some of the times I'm just disappointed in it. But what I will say is if you pick up salmon like this, pick up salmon that's not like overlapping on each other, because most of the bacteria and nastiness stuff for you is on the skin, and you don't want it to touch the rest of the meat. It can just kind of give it a more fishy smell and taste. So I grabbed this. This is the barbecue cut. The other reason I don't love getting it from Trader Joe's is I just feel like it's so much. Like Scott and I can't eat this all in one sitting, and I feel like salmon is one of those things that's like good in the moment and it's not great after. But yeah, that's what we got. So we can probably make it work. So we'll see. I grabbed this though. This is the barbecue salmon, like I said. I don't think I've tried Trader Joe's turkey bacon, but I felt like the macros on these were pretty good. Has 30 grams or 30 calories per slice with 6 grams of protein, so I think that's pretty good. I like having this with my breakfast as a breakfast sandwich or just like as a side. I prefer turkey bacon. It's just, I prefer it. It has more protein, and I like the taste of it actually better than regular bacon. Sometimes, it just depends. I also grabbed some of these chicken thighs. I'm stopping buying giant things of meat just because I just don't want to like have to throw it away before our trip. So grabbed this small little thing. I figured we could. I grabbed some Thai green chili curry, which is my favorite simmer sauce that Trader Joe's makes. I also like the marsala, the I cannot say that word today. Marsala, okay, chicken marsala, whatever. So I figured that would be good with this, with some sort of vegetable. But yeah, I love chicken thighs. We have a couple left over that Scott meal prepped last week as well. We finished all the stuff that I meal prepped in my previous video, so that really helped having that on hand. But I figured these would be good. Throw a marinade on them or throw them in a simmer sauce and you're good to go. I also decided to try a new steak this week. I have been loving that teriyaki beef from Trader Joe's, but I wanted to try this one and see what I think about this. I love having steak in salads. I just think it's a different meat throughout the day. So for instance, like we typically will eat chicken or fish or turkey or whatever for dinner, just because Scott has to stick away from red meats because his cholesterol is high. So I like to have something during lunch that's a little bit different. So I like using this for my salad. So this is the Santa Maria brand marinated boneless beef bottom sirloin tri-tip steak. I'm going to put this on the grill, or no, I actually think I'm gonna put this on the pan. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the pan. And cook that up. So I'll cook that with you in a little bit. I also grabbed a bunch of deli meats. These are just so quick and easy for a lunch idea, for just a quick snack if you're a little peckish and you want a little something. Really high protein. This is my favorite version of this Columbus meat. It's the peppered turkey breast. So I grabbed 2 of these. I tried the oven roasted one and I didn't like it as much, so I grabbed these. I know they're more expensive than the actual Trader Joe's brand of meat, but I find them to just be better tasting and higher quality. So I grabbed those and I'll have sandwiches with those, and also just, like I said, I love making little deli plates. I think they're super good. And then I also grabbed some Applewood Smoked Ham, which I've never tried their ham, but Arlo really likes ham because it's kind of got a sweetness to it, so he'll eat that as well. I grabbed some large eggs, breakfast mostly for those guys, but I also like to hard boil some. So I'll take the ones that we currently still have left over in the fridge, hard boil them, and keep these as fresh throughout the week. I also grabbed some lentils. These are just steamed lentils. They're already cooked. You just need to warm them up. You can eat them hot or cold. I thought these would be good to bulk up salads, to add just like an extra little bit of protein and iron into your diets. So yeah, and Scott really likes lentils. We had kava the other night and he really liked them, so I decided to pick them up. I think I'm going to actually take them out of the container and like rinse them and see what they taste like, and maybe throw a little bit of seasoning on it if they have no taste at all. And then kind of have them prepped out, because I feel like if it's just sitting in here, I won't reach for it. That's what I mean by like opening your produce and like prepping your stuff makes it so much more accessible to actually use it. So about that. Veggies, let's go through veggies. I grabbed some organic baby broccolini. I just find that the regular broccolini from Trader Joe's is not my favorite. I do prefer Tom Thumbs. They have like a sweet version, which is really good. So I decided to try the organic and see if it has more flavor. Sometimes that can be the case. I just grabbed some baby zucchinis. I figured this would be a good veggie to pair with those chicken thighs and that green simmer sauce, maybe with some carrots as well, like a curry situation. Cilantro for some shrimp tacos. We have a ton of shrimp, frozen shrimp in the freezer, so we need to get through that. So I thought shrimp tacos would be a good meal for that. To go with that, I also got some, this is a coleslaw kit. They didn't just have regular coleslaw, so I'm just gonna throw away the like mayonnaise-y part, but it's just basically shredded cabbage, and I like to put this with some cilantro and jalapenos and stuff and kind of mix it up and create a slaw, which is so good. I'm pretty sure I've made I have a shrimp taco recipe on my channel. I know I do. I'm gonna link it down below if you're curious to see how I make my shrimp tacos, because I'm not going to be prepping dinners in this video. I grabbed some butter lettuce. I love butter lettuce. It's just a nice soft lettuce to mix in with some of these salad kits that can be mostly cabbage in my opinion. So grab some butter lettuce, and then I grabbed 2 of these. I only grabbed 2 of these because they literally had no other options, so I grabbed 2 of them. I like splitting these up and making 2 salads out of each of them. They also, we also will eat them for dinner sometimes if we're feeling super lazy and don't want to do anything and just want something cold and delicious. So these are the Vegan Ranch Crunch salad kits. I personally hadn't tried this one, but Scott did and he loved it. So I figured throwing some steak in with this, some chicken in with this, to bulk it up would be good. I typically like them for lunches, but that's that. Some tomatoes, again, in salads are really good. I grabbed some avocados. Honestly, I need to be better about eating these. I wanted to eat through the last ones that I had, and I didn't. They went bad, to be honest, which is why I typically don't buy this giant one. But I'm gonna be better and put most of them in the fridge and only leave 1 to 2 to ripe out on the counter. I feel like they ripen faster with the sunlight and all that and the heat and whatnot. So slow down the ripening process by sticking them in the refrigerator, not freezer. Add them to salads, have avocado toast, whatnot. I grabbed a bunch of bell peppers. We've got orange and we've got red. These will be great for chopping up and putting into my little snack boxes, which I'll show you in a minute, but also keeping one on hand for like a stir fry or something like that. Okay, I grabbed these organic radishes. I've heard people use radishes, like cook them and roast them, and they are like a potato. I have no idea. I literally am very skeptical, but I'm excited to try it and see how it goes. So I'm probably gonna do them freshly roasted, so I will report back to you and see how I like them if I purchase them again. But I thought that they would be fun. Just a nice way to add more vegetables into your diet. It's not like I'm not gonna eat potatoes. Just thought it would be fun. So I'll give that a go and let you know what I think. Right, and then I did also pick up a cauliflower. I had a cauliflower. We like to use this as purees. Mostly, you can roast it, but we like to roast it and then stick it in the blender with a little bit of like vegetable stock. I think it's super creamy and you don't even need like a ton of butter or anything like that. It's so good. And yeah, it's really nice to pair with like a heavier meat, like a pork tenderloin or something like that. I guess pork's not a heavy meat, but you know what I mean. It like kind of just adds some good texture and whatnot. Okay, moving along. I think that's all my vegetables. Let's move along to fruit. Got some apples. These are lemons, Kelly, these are lemons. I got some lemons to do lemon water. I use them in salad dressings, things like that. They're really great to take and grade the zest over broccolini. If you do not do that, you need to. It amplifies the flavor so much. Some Honeycrisp apples. My plan for these apples, I am such a snacker towards the end of the night. I just am. It's never going to change. It doesn't matter if I eat enough throughout the day. I still want to snack at night. So I figured I would do like an apple snack where Scott and I would probably like split an apple, or I could do two and make like a Greek yogurt dip to dip it in. So do like a little bit of powdered peanut butter or regular peanut butter, doesn't matter. I just feel like the powdered peanut butter would mix better into the Greek yogurt. A little bit of honey and some cinnamon, maybe some granola, maybe some chocolate chunks, who knows? But I figured that'd be a good like watching TV sort of snack to keep myself full. I grabbed some strawberries. I actually have some left over from last week. Was it last week? I don't know, regardless. I need to wash and then chop up because they're getting wilted, so I can throw those in the freezer so that they don't go bad and we can still use them. So if you're not doing that, watch your fruit towards the end and see, and like rinse it off and then use it as frozen fruit, because who the heck cares, right? And then with these, I'm actually gonna try the freaking trick that everybody swears by, which is putting them in an airtight mason jar and seeing if they last longer. So I'm gonna try it and see how it works, and I will report back. But I'm gonna do that in this video. I guess you're not supposed to wash them until you eat them, but you're supposed to like seal them in a jar. We're gonna try some smoothies for bananas and just for eating. That's all of that. Let's move into some dairy. I grabbed some shredded Mexican cheese for tacos, for eggs, whatnot. Some light Jarlsberg. Jarlsberg is one of my favorite cheeses. It's a Swiss cheese. I grabbed this for my sandwiches. What else? Dairy. This, which isn't really dairy, but this is the unsweetened almond cashew macadamia nut beverage. I figured I would try this. It's only 30 calories for a cup of this, and I figured this would be really good to have with my like afternoon matchas if I'm craving like some caffeine towards the middle of the day. Thought this would be good to try that with. I already have some matcha on hand. I also grabbed some milk for Mr. Arleman, and that's all for dairy. Let's move along to some other random bits and bops. This is new. I've never tried this. I don't think it's new to Trader Joe's, but it's new to me. So Scott makes iced coffee all the time, and he uses like really nice beans, and then I feel like I just like mess it up by putting creamer in it because he drinks it black. So I figured maybe I could find something that's mine and it's cheaper and it'll make our coffee last longer. Not that it matters, it's not that expensive, but you know what I mean? Just try and get something different. Plus I really like flavored cold brew, and Scott's not a fan, so I decided to pick up this. Is the coconut cold brew coffee concentrate. I'll let you know what I think about it. I also grabbed just some regular whole beans for Scott to grind down and make iced coffee out of, or cold brew. I also grabbed some of this 10-minute farro. I love this in salads, specifically cal salads, which is what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I go ahead and boil this on the stove with a little bit of chicken broth, like this better than bouillon stuff. This stuff. And some water. So good, so flavorful, and love to add that to a salad. If you haven't tried farro, highly, highly recommend it. I think I have some left, but I don't know how much I have left, so I figured I would just kind of batch prep that, and I'm sure Arlo would like it as well, because it's just like a grain, like rice. I grabbed this. This is a green goddess dressing. I made my own green goddess dressing like a couple weeks ago, and it just was a lot of work. And honestly, I feel like these dressings that Trader Joe's makes, the fresh ones anyways, are pretty low in terms of like filler ingredients. A lot of dressings are just made with oil. It's a lot of oil. So I like that this one, the first ingredient is water, avocado, apple cider vinegar, green onions, lemon juice, chives, parsley, and then olive oil. So I feel like the olive oil is towards the end, which means that it's less concentrated than most dressings. It starts with oil. So it's only 20 calories per 2 tablespoons. I thought I would make my Hudson House salad again, which I love that salad. If you don't know what Hudson House is, it's a restaurant in Dallas, and they make the best popcorn chicken salad. It's so good. And I still have all the ingredients to go ahead and make it again, except for I don't have bacon. Oh, I have turkey bacon. But I could always make that sometime this week if I wanted to, or just in general. It's nice to switch up the dressings on these so you don't feel like you're eating the same salad every day. Okay, this is completely new to me. I've heard amazing things about bone broth, and I've really never hopped on the trend, to be honest with you. I don't know, I just haven't. But I saw a girl pick up 2 of these today, and I asked her, I was like, is it good? Do you really like it? She's like, I swear by it. I love it. Helps with my gut health. Da 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 da. So we're just gonna try it. I have no idea. This is just free range chicken bones, bone broth. The difference between bone broth and like chicken stock is that bone broth has to be like, it's just the bones, first of all. And it has to be like slow roasted over, or like slowly cooked for like 24 to 48 hours, where chicken stock doesn't have to be cooked for that long, and there's other things that go into it. So I don't know, just saying. I don't know that much about it, but I figured I'd pick it up and try it. I grabbed some Greek yogurt. Again, like I said, I would be using this to make that dip for the apples. Scott also likes to use it for smoothies, yogurt bowls. I grabbed some crumbled goat cheese. I like to add this to my feta salads. Low-fat cottage cheese is just such a good little lunch snacky thing. I will season it with some salt and pepper, or onion salt from Trader Joe's, or anything but the bagel seasoning. It's good, high protein, filling. I get the low fat, so I'm still getting some healthy fat, but it's not as full fat as like the regular, because I felt like when I was getting no fat, it didn't fill me up at all. I grabbed this organic hummus. It's the first time I'm trying it. The main reason I picked it up, to be honest with you, is because the first ingredient is not oil. Most hummus, I feel like the first and second ingredient are canola oil or palm oil or something like that. This one is chickpeas, water, tahini, and then a blend of oils. So I find that it's like later down on the list, which if you don't know, that's just like, typically they have to list the ingredients, unless it's so minute of all of them, in order of the highest concentration. So really happy to see if I like this any better. It was a little bit more pricey, but again, if it's better for you, that's fine. Not saying there's anything wrong with oils, just throwing that out there. Also grabbed these. These are my favorite quick go-to breakfast options when I'm like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. These are the Egg Witch breadless sandwiches from Trader Joe's. These have turkey sausage and cheese, and they're on 2 egg patties. I grabbed 2 of these. These are awesome. Again, little quick snacks. Turkey chomps, my favorite. I really just like turkey, to be honest with you. Even when I go to like a barbecue place, I always prefer their smoked turkey. So I grabbed some turkey jerky. This is in teriyaki. I'm pretty sure I've tried these, but I figured these would be a good addition to my little snack boxes that I make. I grabbed some rigatoni. This is just really quick and easy for Arlo for dinners. He really likes this, like butter noodles and whatnot. These are my favorite tortillas to make tacos with if I want a lot of tacos, because each shell can be like over 100 something calories, probably even like 120 to 150 if they're like really good tortillas. And there's a time and a place for that. But if I want like 3 to 4 shrimp tacos, these are the ones I go with. These are the Carb Balance by Mission. These happen to be the whole wheat ones. I like the original ones as well. But these are good, like I said, to make my shrimp takis with. Oh, my love affair with these rolls is like no other. I forgot how good sweet Hawaiian rolls are. So these are the sweet pull apart Aloha rolls. These are so good with Deli Meats. So I just take and rip them down the middle and throw a piece of turkey in the middle of them. And I have 2 of them. It's just like a quick little snackaroo. So good. Arlo also likes them. Another bread option that I decided to grab for sandwiches, grilled cheese, but also like avocado toast. I've never tried this one. It's the soft multigrain rustico bread. So yeah, grab that. It's a big one. Hopefully we finish before we leave. Like I said, I grabbed this Thai green curry simmer sauce. Also like to kind of beef it up with a little bit of coconut milk. I think it makes it go further and gives it some more creaminess and flavor. So grab some reduced fat coconut milk. Another peanut butter. This is just peanuts. That's it. Peanuts and salt, I think. Yeah, dry roasted peanuts and salt. I store it upside down to kind of get the oils going, because once they're mixed together, it will stay like together. But keep an eye, most peanut butters will be filled with palm oils, canola oils, things like that. And it's just not something I prefer to consume. Pita chips for some hummus, for snacking. Oh, maybe not, because I probably just crushed them all. On next. That's not gonna be good. Also popcorn, I love this herb and spices popcorn. I think it's just really good. I grabbed, oh my God, don't drop this. One of y'all recommended these to me last week, and I picked up 3, maybe it wasn't even last week, it was like a couple weeks ago. I picked up 3 of these so far. I've picked up the mango orange, the half and half tea, and then now the grapefruit. Grapefruit's typically my favorite flavor, so hopefully I really like it. I love them. They're really, really good. They're more expensive than the LaCroix and the bubbly, but I think that they're worth it in my opinion. So I love those. And then I picked up a bunch of flowers, so let's go through that really quickly. You know the drill, 2 bunches of hydrangeas. It's always the base of any floral arrangement that I make. I really wish that when I lived in Japan, I took ikebana because I have like a real passion for making flower arrangements now. Even though I'm not that good at it, I just think it's super fun and I love it, and it like brightens up a whole space. But I wish I had taken a lesson on it, but it's never too late, right? And then I also grabbed this. This is a Eucalyptus Assortment. Doesn't smell like eucalyptus, but there it is. Looks super pretty and greeny. I like to always add some sort of green to it. And then I could not pick up these peonies again. These were stunning, like stunning last time I had them. They kind of got like died quickish, but they were absolutely stunning. Like they looked like so beautiful. I love peonies. Anyhow, that's everything that I got. I'm gonna go ahead and put away all the stuff in the pantry and start prepping, showing you guys what I make for batch prepping this week to make my life a little bit easier. And then I'm also gonna show you my floral arrangement, so let's dive in. All right, you guys, so we're gonna start off by just putting everything away, anything that I won't be using for the actual prep that I'm about to show you, and just kind of tidying things up. So let's start with our old strawberries. These are the strawberries that I said have just kind of, like they're not as fresh, they're not as good to eat, but I'm gonna go ahead and wash them. And I learned this trick to do a little bit of water and then a pinch of salt, and it's crazy how clean the strawberries get. So yeah, that's what I've been doing as like a natural cleaner. And then I set them aside, let them soak, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 mason jars. I end up with 3, but we start with 2. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this one up with some cold water. This is just a smaller one. And then I'm gonna take my cilantro. I find that when I take fresh herbs, chop off the ends, just like flowers, and put them in water, they live for weeks, at least 2 weeks. It's crazy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try this by putting my strawberries in mason jars, airtight mason jars, and apparently it's supposed to last longer, and it worked, you guys. I was super impressed. So I went ahead and sealed those off and did not wash them beforehand. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my pre-cooked lentils. These actually had some flavor to them, so I did not season them. I literally just took them out of the package so that I was able to eat them quicker and easier. So went ahead and dumped those into a Tupperware and set that aside for salads and bowls throughout the week. Then I took those strawberries that I had just finished washing, chopped them up, removed the stems, and then went ahead and threw them in a Ziploc bag so I could throw them in the freezer for smoothies and whatnot. Then I took the old eggs that I had from last week, popped those in to hard boil those, took out my little snack trays while those were boiling. I find that the old eggs just are better. Then I took some almonds, put them in my snack tray, and also a cheese stick for each one of my snack trays. These just depend on what I have or what I'm craving. And they always have a cheese stick though. Then I went ahead and washed my bell peppers that I was gonna chop up and put in those. So chopped up a bunch of those and placed those in red and orange. Then I also threw a couple of baby carrots in them to use up whatever I had left over. And then I do weigh out my hummus just because I find that I honestly will go overboard with it and I won't eat it. So I like to just weigh it out for higher calorie things like nuts and hummus, but those are my little snack boxes. Those are good to go. Then I went ahead and prepped out my salad. Like I said, I get 2 salads out of one of these salad kits, and then I go ahead and mix half and half with butter lettuce. I just like butter lettuce mixed in with cabbage. And then I wish I would have saved these like nuts and seeds till it was actually time to do it, but I didn't, so do that. Then I put the lids on it, and those are my salads for the week. Then when my eggs were done, I went ahead and just peeled those. I do prefer to peel them fresh because I just find it easier. Then I went ahead and made my 10-minute farro. This stuff is awesome, so good. You can get it really anywhere. But I go ahead, this is my secret, is I put a little bit of the Better Than Bouillon roasted, I think this was chicken, in there. It gives so much good flavor, so put that in. And then I went ahead and set my oven and a little bit of oil in my cast iron. I was going to heat up the cast iron to a good sear on my meat and then throw it in the oven. My farro was finished, so I went ahead and put the lid on that and set it off to the side.
And then I went ahead and seared my tri-tip, I believe this was, and then threw it in the oven. That was it.
All right, you guys, I'm officially done cooking, or prepping my meals, batch prepping, whatever. I do have the meat still in the oven. It's gonna take a little bit longer to cook, so, I mean, you don't need to explain. I don't need to explain that, but I did throw it in the oven, and that's gonna go in this Tupperware, like I said, and be used for salads. So I have my strawberries. It didn't fit all in one, so I put it in two. I hope this works. Excited about that. I always put my cilantro in water in the fridge. It will last you like 2 weeks. Not kidding, so good. Such a game changer for herbs. If it's not cilantro, let's say you have mint, basil, again, just put it in a Tupperware with like water and it'll last. I have my hard-boiled eggs that I'll use for quick snacks to throw in with these to add extra protein, add them to salads, whatever. I have my farro. I cooked a whole cup of that. Again, most of this will be used for my salad tonight for dinner, but so good. My 2 prepped salads, and I have enough to make another 2 prepped salads, so we've got those going. I've got my lentils. These tasted good. They're salty, not too salty, but they've got a little bit of flavor to them, so you can't always, you know, obviously flavor them more, but I was happy with the flavor that I already had, so I just emptied these into a Tupperware. And then I have my prepped meal boxes, or little snack boxes with carrots, peppers, a cheese stick. I do weigh out my nuts and my hummus only because I feel as though like I can easily eat like 3 servings of nuts and hummus without knowing. So I do weigh that out just because they are higher in fat content and higher in caloric, they're just higher in calories. So I like to keep track of that. That's about the only thing that I measure and weigh out. And then everything else is prepped in the fridge for the rest of the week. So yeah, I'm excited. I had some leftovers of these because I made these again last week. If you have not watched my previous one, that you won't know, but these are my stuffed dates with peanut butter and hemp seeds. So good, and chocolate. So those are a go-to super quick thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this little grocery haul, not little, it was pretty big, grocery haul, meal prep, batch prep, cook with me type of video. If you did, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up, and let me see what you want to, let me know in the comments below that you want to continue seeing more. And when we move to Chicago, we have an Aldi's right by us, so I think I'll be shopping at Aldi's quite a bit as well. So if you're excited to see that, let me know. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!